Hey everyone, if you're catching the replay, thank you so much. Feel free to comment throughout the video as if it's happening live. Myself or Cheyenne will respond to your comment. We do read all of the comments. Today our live is over spreads. I'm going to give it a little bit for people to hop in while I pull up this live. If you hear a humming in the background, I do apologize. It's my space heater. That's why I have this on. It's a little chilly, so I can't turn the heater off. Hey Melissa. Hey Sherry. I don't know if I see comments yet, but I do see that y'all are in, but I'm working on pulling up the live on my computer currently. Hey Samantha. I'm thinking I can't see comments on my phone, so I'm getting the live pulled up right now. Yep, I was right, I couldn't see them. So hey everybody, I can see your comments now. Slowly getting there. Alright, there we go. So I'm gonna have to start us off. Cheyenne will be here shortly. She is currently driving, so once she is home, then she'll be hopping in. I am just working on getting my computer set up split screen with the live. Alright, so welcome back everybody, and we're so glad to have you. Today our live is going over spreads and all about spreads. This has been a highly requested live. Let's start with going over our last program, our November partnership. Our feedback coming from myself and Cheyenne is that we had a great partnership. There was great communication, great use of the group chat. Thank you to everybody for doing all of the polls, and a great use of everybody's time. Everybody got the thing done very, very quickly. Everybody was right on top of it, and everybody was really working great with their partners. So now let's go over y'all's feedback from the last partnership. Everyone said that they enjoyed the partnership. There were comments about it helping people's confidence, how there was really good connection, really good communication. There was just a little note about maybe being a little bit more detailed when you're giving back feedback to your partner. So I would say just be mindful that when you are giving feedback on your reading to your partner, that the more detail and in-depth you go in with your feedback really helps another person grow as a reader. And then everyone said that their overall experience of the last partnership was great. And like I said, there was excellent communication, and I just want to give everybody a pat on the back for how great everyone did of being understanding with how hectic life can be and how the holiday seasons are, because everybody was really mindful and really caring and considerate with how hectic things can be during this holiday season. And we need that energy to continue going forward into this month's partnership, because it is during this, again, holiday season. So the one thing that was suggested for program improvements was someone was talking about wanting to see more of the Ouija board or the spirit board. And I will say that if you want to see that, I would check out our October live. That would be where you could see us using it. But we won't be including it more because this is the tarot series, but I would keep an eye out in case you see any Ouija board lives in the future outside of this series, because I do know that it's a highly requested topic, so it will be passed along again to our other crones that people are wanting to see some Ouija board stuff. So suggestion for future lives. Happy Sunday, Tammy. some suggestions for our future lives where people were wanting to hear more about live readings, and we can totally add that into a future live, going over, how to have that confidence and being able to read on the spot. Someone also requested hearing more about the major arcana cards, and you will definitely get more on that. We do have a live already planned out to go over the major arcana and minor, all of the cards, traditionally and non-traditionally. So you will see that coming. Someone else mentioned that the lives can be a little long, and I will say that as we are working out the hiccups of the lives, they're going to be a lot smoother. They will still be longer lives because we have to go over a past partnership, then give the information chunk, and then go over our upcoming partnership. But we will have them where they're flowing much smoother throughout the live, and there won't be any bits where we're just sitting. So they will be kind of long, but they will be condensed to the shortest that they can be to still effectively share everything that we need to share without it being rushed, if that makes sense. And then the last thing was saying that someone wanted to see more Oracle, but they do understand that this is the Tarot series. So I will say again, make sure to keep your eye out for future lives. Also, if you want to request certain things, we do have a post up on the Unseen Witches homepage, and then you can send it to your Crone admin in your group chat and let them know that you're wanting to see that. But I will pass along the Ouija board and the Oracle suggestion to the other Crones and admins. I will say there are some very old past lives on those topics if you want to check them out as well. So, the last thing with going over our feedback is one person said that they might participate again rather than saying yes that they would, and I just wanted to give a little message to that person that if there's any reason that you are hesitant to participating that we could personally help you out with, then feel free to let us know. But also, life happens and you're not always going to participate every time. But if there's just something that was making your experience not as good, feel free to reach out to myself or Shyanne and we can help work it out for you. Hey Megan. Hey Carol. Carol says, I just want to say that my partner was very understanding and it really helped me. Yes, being super understanding is so nice. And this partnership is a place that you can join if this is your first time doing a reading, or if you always do them. It's meant to help you grow as doing tarot. And hey Luna, I see that you popped in. So let's introduce today's live. Oh yes, I work in a grocery store, so I definitely understand the holiday season. But getting into today's live, we are going over spreads and all about them. It's what everybody has been waiting for and asking for. So what are spreads? Spreads are a pattern that a tarot reader can arrange their cards to interpret the cards and meanings and relationships. So, modeled down to simpler terms, a spread is when you have a set way that you're laying out the cards with set meanings for each card before you start the reading. So, why use spreads? People use spreads to gain a deeper clarity to the cards. It can be done to make it easier for a beginner reader to understand what the message that you're getting is. It can help be a more straightforward direction to that message as well. It could also make it easier to pinpoint the exact meaning from each card. And then it could also be a way to ask multiple aspects in a reading without getting confused. So also there's other reasons that you would use them, but that's the main points. Where do you find them? So where would you find spreads? You can either find someone else's spread that they've already created, or you can cultivate your own. So where would you find them? You can find them online, you can find them in books, on social media, or from other witches. So I got a couple examples right here for finding them in books. So here is my Lightseers Tarot deck. Right here we have just the book for that. And let me get to it really quick. Here we go. We have a simple 1-card spread. We have a 2-card spread. A 3-card spread, a 4-card spread, and then another 3-card spread. That just came with the tarot deck. And then also, here's just a Tarot for Beginners book, and this book has the Celtic Cross spread laid out right here. Oops, sorry, wrong side. And it goes over the placement of how the cards are, and then it tells you about what each card's message is going to be. So those are just 2 quick examples of places that you can find spreads. And then you could Google a spread for something, or you could find them from other witches, i.e. in Facebook groups, or witches in person, or through your pen pal letters, or whatever aspect. So, how do you make your own spread? So you would make your own spread in the simplest of terms by, you can either make it up completely on your own, or you can use others as a reference. Like let's say you want to make a Yule spread. You could Google Yule spreads and look in a book for Yule spreads and then get an idea of what they're like and then make one for yourself, pulling different aspects from everyone else. Or you could just sit down and make one yourself without trying to pull aspects from other people. Either way. So then you would need to create a layout and in order. So how do you want the cards to be arranged? It could just be a straight line, it could be in a shape, and then what is the order? Card 1, card 2, card 3, and so forth. It has to be pre-decided. And then knowing what each card means, or the question that is being asked of each card. And if you can't remember all of these things, then write it down. Write down, this is card number 1 in the placement, and this is what this means, or this is the question I'm asking. And in simplest terms, that's how you make a spread. Jerry said, I started getting into writing my own spreads and testing them out slowly, but I love spreads to start with because I'm lazy some days. Yeah, see, spreads are just a low effort way also, because like let's say you personally make a spread for a couple different things that you do readings often with. You could be like, okay, I want to do this reading, and then you just bust out your own spread, because you don't have to make a new one every single time. You can, but you don't have to. And it could be a way to do it rather than just shuffling and just letting as many come out as you would like. I do see Shyanne. Let me get it to add you once the slow connection bar moves, because I inconveniently can't click around that. There we go. Let's see if it gets you in here. Hey, Nikki, I'm so glad that you made it to a live.
Hey, sorry guys. Bear with me. I'm still trying to unpack things.
You're good. I'll just keep us going.
Keep going. I'm going to put my phone down. It is on the charger, so bear with me.
Oh, I'm going to have to rotate us a little bit. I forgot that my camera does that weird thing whenever I'm the host.
Ah, yes. Oh, and I know why you couldn't go through the live. I forgot to add you as the co-host.
Oh no. I'm going to have to take a second, guys, to like rotate because you're like hyper zoomed into my face now. Oh, okay, we're almost there. There we go. I think now it's fixed. Maybe. Sometimes whenever we split screen, it just like zooms into on my face times like 7, so.
It just really enjoys the face. It's okay.
Yeah, it just really wants to give me that close up. Even though I'm not trying. Alright, so there we go. I'm sitting super far away from the screen, so that way I don't look super close.
I'm just getting my laptop plugged in. Hello, Carol.
Alright, so I was going over how to make your own spread. So you'll, like I said, you'll want to make sure that you write it down if you're not able to remember all of those different cards. And if it's like a simple 2-card spread, I could see it being much easier to remember what is what. But if you have like a 5-card spread, you might not be able to remember what each different thing is.
Okay. I am a hot mess. I apologize.
You're all good. So I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick, and I'm going to give you guys the secret word. If
Oh,
you
can I do
if
it?
you have,
Can I do it?
yes, you can say it.
Boogie boogie.
There we go. Do you want to spell it? Can you spell it off the top of your head?
OOGIE space BOOGIE.
You're going to need that if you're signing up for the next partnership. We're not going to say it again. Nobody type it in the chat. Hey, Crystal. Glad you made it. We're hyper zoomed in on my face because my phone does something weird when we both go live. I'm not actually sitting that close.
I was really excited because I picked the secret word like 3 months ago.
Oh yeah, that was planned in advance.
Okay, I got my notes up.
All right, we're on the how to utilize other people's spreads. Right here. Boom.
Okay, I got you.
Just in time for your part.
Yay! Okay, how to utilize other people's spreads. First, you want to find a spread that aligns with your current question. Hi, Mom. You're going to want to focus on your question and pull your cards according to the spread's layout. And actually, I wanted to pull up my Pinterest while we're on this real quick because I wanted to show examples.
Oh yeah, Pinterest is a great place to find examples.
If you guys ever follow me on Pinterest, I have plenty of them.
She's got like boatloads of albums just pinned.
I actually am still working on fixing my albums, rearranging things. So bear with me. Anyway, while that's loading, you want to pull your cards according to the spread's layout, and the reason I'm trying to pull up my Pinterest is to give it a little bit easier of a understanding of what I'm saying. And then you want to interpret the cards to the positions of the spread as well as what the card's meaning is in order to incorporate the spread properly. I can never say that word right, so I apologize. And here it is. Bear with me. I just got to scroll a little bit. I have a really... There it is. Tarot. Spreads for days, guys. I'm telling you. Here's a good example. A couple good examples here. Wrong one. I clicked the wrong one. I wanted that one. This one you guys should be all familiar with from when I did my elemental. As I was saying, when you lay out your cards, they all have their own meaning. Anybody who has used spreads have seen them. They all are different. Each spread will have a different question to the question you're already asking yourself in the first place. The spreads just help you understand a deeper meaning behind your question. Did I word that right, Sarah?
Yes, I follow what you're saying.
I'm going back to my notes.
I did go over some examples as well from books, not from online though. So I'm glad that you pulled up the online example.
My Pinterest is my best friend. I utilize Pinterest for everything. Does anybody have any questions about that before I move on to Sabbats? Sherry said, I think it's time to follow her on Pinterest now.
She
More
also
than
said, I
welcome.
will definitely be rewatching this for my notes. Innocent whistling.
Okay, moving on along down. Um, utilizing spreads for Sabbats, specific times of the year, moon phases. Here's some options. So when you're doing these spreads for the different Sabbats and stuff, you're aligning your spread with a Sabbat to learn what you may need to know for the season. Some examples I actually pulled together for you for Samhain. You might want to look for spreads that are to do with your past life connection, shadow aspect to integrate, ancestral guidance, or what to release. No worries, Angel. I was late too. Um, for Yule, you might be looking for spreads that are in align with your inner light or new beginnings, vision for the future, or sources of strength. For Beltane, you could be looking at spreads for passion and desire, creative energy, personal power, areas of growth. I pronounce this one wrong every time. Is it Letha, or how do you pronounce that?
Litha. I'm saying it wrong too. It's Litha. I'm fairly certain from our botched pronunciation, you know what we're meaning. I can also put it in the chat.
I can type it in the chat real quick. There you go. Just because I say it wrong every time.
Best wishes to you and your family, Tammy.
Oh no, best wishes, Tammy. I just caught that chat. Be safe. For the word that I put in the chat, you might be looking for abundance and harvest, potential challenges to overcome, gratitude for blessings, or even what to celebrate. And I do believe, oh, I had this ready.
While she's pulling that up, I will say that there are different books that go with each Sabbath that I'm fairly certain have spreads inside of them. You can Google a plentitude of different spreads for different Sabbaths. That's just a popular time to do readings and spreads and such like that is with Sabbath.
Absolutely, I agree with that one. I don't know where my specific Sabbath one went. I have all of my other ones, but I can bring up this one at least. During Samhain, this might be a perfect spread for you. Or I have one more. I have a couple.
You could also take spreads that you find online like that and then use them to like give you ideas to then make your own personal spread for like each Sabbath or whatever.
I always take these and change them up a bit myself. Like there's the self-reflection, asking your guides, getting unstuck. I got my chakra ones too. I just wanted to show a couple. And then you can align your spreads with the zodiac signs to help you learn more about yourself in the upcoming year. 13, because you always want to do the 12 zodiac and then one to go to tie it all together. That's how I do it, at least. Other people do it differently. I don't follow a specific spread for that, though.
You could also do individual spread readings on specific zodiac signs rather than encompassing, or you could do one for your big three. You could do ample things with zodiac and different spreads.
Sorry, I was turning my volume down. You can also, it helps you learn more about yourself and what to look forward to in the upcoming year. as we all know, uh, the astrology changes all the time. So do we, because we change with them. Our moods shift just as much as the earth shifts. Another thing is to align your spreads with the seasons to help you learn more about yourself in the upcoming season or future seasons to come. You can also align your spread with the moon phases to tap into each phase's special, I almost said specific, special energy. Help set your intention for the next 29 days, gain guidance, encouragement, and solid momentum for achieving your goals.
So, sort of just piggybacking right off of what she was talking about, using spreads within rituals or spells. So, those specific times that she was talking about, Sabbats, seasons, moon phases, and stuff, those are all specific times that are usually fairly popular for doing rituals. I mean, you can do rituals whenever you want, but like some specifically go within different time frames. Like, you're not going to do a Samhain ritual if it's not Samhain. Like, and so to speak. So also, some people do different tarot spreads with spells. This can be done two ways, so to speak. You could be doing a spell and then do divination with a tarot spread to see how your spell is manifesting or however it's working. Or you could quite literally use the tarot spread to then base your spell off of this spread. So we'll go into spells first. So there are some pre-made spells that have set cards where you pull out set cards. Like the spell could literally tell you to pull out, I'm just going to grab 3 random ones. This isn't anything specific. It could tell you to get the King of Cups, to get the wand, and to get the 2 of Swords, and to have them out in front of you in a specific way, and then to meditate and visualize on them, and then to read a specific affirmation or say the spell to then work on the spell, have a candle lit, so forth. Some have set cards like that, and then you pull out random ones as if you're doing a regular reading, or you look for one specifically that you choose. And then some are having a spread with the spell, like I said, to just see how well it manifests. So here's a random book example that I grabbed for us. It's quite literally tarot spells. I'm going to grab the camera. Hope I don't make everybody dizzy real quick. So here we go. I will quite literally just open it up to a random page. Here we go. Competition. It has 3 specific cards. And then with my very dirty camera lens, it goes over meditation and visualization of what you're supposed to do. It says the affirmation. It says what the spell is for and how you're supposed to do it. That's literally what the entire book is over.
Where did you get the book?
At a thrift store for less than $1. They had 10 books, DVDs, or movies for $4, and I was like, you bet you. So that's where I got it.
That's nice. I like that book.
It's by, I'll put her name in the chat. But I just realized that I didn't know how to say that. I'll type the name of the book and the person in the chat. But then continuing on with rituals, you can use a pre-made layout of how a ritual is manifesting, and if it's been successful, you could do a card pull for a Sabbat, can be a ritual in itself, like what she was going over. You could have it to where every Sabbath, like, or every Samhain or every Yule or whatever, you do a specific spread, and then you do other things while you're doing it, and that can be a ritual in itself. You can do a new moon ritual for pulling cards with a spread related to goals or aspirations. You can do the same thing with a full moon ritual, seeing how your personal growth is, releasing, letting go, transformation. You can do rituals based on the seasons for what you need to work on during this season, what's going to be manifesting for you during this season. Endless questions on what your spread could be. You could do a protection ritual on gaining knowledge and protecting what you have. You could do one on anything. We would be here forever if I told you all of them that you could do. But that's sort of the gist. You can tie it in. we're gonna give a moment for some questions, and then if Cheyenne has any other comments she would like to put in.
I personally have never used tarot cards as a spread in rituals or spell work, but I have used individual cards in my spell work before. And they can get pretty powerful when you're utilizing your tools properly. So I think that I want to try out using it in spells and rituals sometime in a spread form.
Oh no, I just typed in the name and it like almost tagged somebody. It was trying to tag you, Crystal, because her last name is like real similar. It was trying to tag her. All right.
I don't know what happened to my phone.
There we go. Well, we can still see you. Nothing happened over here for us.
Okay, well, I cannot see y'all, but I can see the comments.
Well, at least there's that. All right. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so I guess we can just keep on cruising along. So, going into our next program. Our next program is our partnership where we do readings for each other. You sign up by doing the sign up post, which Cheyenne will have posted by the time this live is over. And
yes, I will.
what was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, this partnership is over spreads as this live is over. So I made this spread for you guys. I can grab it. I don't know where the exact paper went, but I literally just opened up this little notebook right here while I was literally laying down to go to bed. I had a moment where I was thinking something. So I whipped out my handy dandy little notebook and I wrote down the spread for you guys. I made it. And that was a Blue's Clues reference if nobody got that. But I just had to point that out. So our prompt for this spread is a Christmas or Yule spread. So if you don't do Yule, there's Christmas. If you don't do Christmas, there's Yule. And if you don't do neither, well, we'll just have to work with it. So the shape that you're going to be doing it in is a pentagram shape. I will put one down on the table to show you guys once we're done. I'm also going to pop this into chat so you can read along with me. So, Abby, stop it. Sorry, my dog was doing something weird. So card 1 is what do you need to remember / appreciate from earlier this year. Card 2 is during this Yule, what joys will come to you. And card 3 is during this Yule, what should you be watching out for. Card 4 is with your light side growing, what should you focus on. Card 5 is what parts of your shadow side should you embrace. And card 6 is what to come in 2025. I just added it to the chat. I'm going to really quickly show you guys what the spread will look like. Let me grab you. Probably gonna have to hold the phone up like light years high so you can see it. This will be card number 1 over here. Oh my gosh, my phone being screwed up is so horrible. Okay, so yes, this is card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle. So 2025, the new year, is what's in the middle, and we're working our way from earlier this year and we're working our way around. So that's what it's going to look like. If anybody has any questions further on what it looks like if they're not getting it, I can send you a picture or I can post it in the comments because I know my camera is hyper zoomed in. Good. All right. If Shyanne wants to read us the dates for this partnership.
Absolutely. So, sorry, I actually had the partnership sign up page up. Sorry. The dates. Signups will run from today until the 21st. Names will go out on December 22nd. At some point, please give us patience. The partnership will then run from December 22nd to January 8th. Feedback will be due by January 10th. I figured I'd let you guys do it a little bit longer because your guys' feedback time has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I gave a little less time on feedback this time around. If we have to change it for the next partnership, we will, but I wanted to try it out this time.
So I'll go back over the dates again. Sign-ups will go out right after this live, and they'll be running until the 21st of December. Names will go out the 22nd. Like Shyanne said, please give us grace. The names will go out. You'll know because you'll get a message, and the group chat will start receiving messages. We have introduction messages that send with every different partnership. So you'll know because the group chat will start popping off, and you will get a message. So if you haven't got one yet on the 22nd, just be patient. It is coming. If it's the 23rd and you haven't heard anything, feel free to then, go crazy and let us know that nothing has happened. But please give us the all day on the 22nd because jobs, life is hectic. So then the partnership will run through December 22nd to January 8th. I will say this. If your partner does not reach out to you as soon as stuff happens, it is right before Christmas. So I will say this. You can do this. If you get your name on the 22nd, you can shoot your partner a message and be like, hey, you are my partner. I'm a little busy with Christmas and stuff. I'll get back to you right after the holiday buzz because the partnership runs from the 22nd of December to January 8th. So you don't have to be rushed to doing it. If you need to wait until after Christmas, that is totally fine. You can wait until after Christmas because you still have all of that. And then you have the first whole week of January. So please be mindful of if your partner waits until January to do their reading, it's understandable, but also just let your partner know if you're going to be kind of MIA for the first while. And then feedback the form will be dropped January 8th in the group chat, and then you'll have until the 10th to complete it. But the feedback form really shouldn't take you longer than like 10 minutes. It could take you like 3, but in between there, so it's not too bad.
I just want to jump onto the comments real quick. My mom said I did my first read on Shy finally. She did a really good job too. She just needs confidence. Angel said,
yes, confidence is key.
I am so ready for this. I love doing this last month. And Kimberly said, can we get an image on how it should be shaped in the group chat?
Yes, I will put an image in the group chat, and I've also put one on the comments. But if I'm flying up in the air currently, so that way we can actually see better.
I just see a black screen, so.
That's because I was wiping my camera. Because my camera is so dirty.
Ever since my screen did whatever it did, I can't see nothing.
Okay, so right here, on the far left is card 1. Up top is card 2. Card 3 is on the right. Card 4 is on the bottom. Card 5 is in the middle. I will put a picture right after this live in the comments because my camera is being horrible.
I'm gonna give you a quick recap.
I just had the biggest brain fart ever. So Tammy, you're awesome. Thank you for catching that. It is 6 cards. I'm literally dumb. So please. I worked a 9-hour shift and I literally had like 30 minutes before this live started. So embarrassing. Just ignore everything that you saw. The 6 cards for the prompt are in the chat and I will post a picture. I will just post a picture and it'll be labeled with a number over top of each card to make that better for you. That was so bad. Thank you so much, Tammy. That was some major embarrassment moment. My face is red. Beth said I was trying to figure out where this 6 card was. Oh man. So thank you for someone for saying something, because if not, I would have just ran with it. See,
I would have just ran with it too because I can't see anything.
My camera is being so bad and I'm so tired. So, nope, that's not what a pentagram looks like. So I'm so glad that we know our shapes, because clearly I don't. So yes,
It's
there
okay.
will be a comment in the comments after this live, and there'll be one in the group chat, just for clarification purposes. See, we were just actually testing all of you guys to see if you know what a pentagram looks like.
Get know your shapes, guys.
We were just making sure everybody was paying attention. So, all right, if you want to give us a quick recap of requirements.
Absolutely.
Ooh, that was a kick.
The rules and obligations, again, you will have from December 22nd until January 8th to both complete your read. You are committing to having thorough communication throughout the partnership, providing thorough feedback, and completing your read. Reads can be done in many different forms, such as a video, chat, typing, video, etc. You must give each other feedback on the reading, what resonated and what doesn't make sense fully. If you need clarification on something, please ask.
You guys can't read this paper, but I did it for you. So I'll put it in the comments, and I know Cheyenne can't see it.
Thanks. I don't know what happened. It just went completely black screen. I see comments, no problem.
That's weird.
When you sign up, you are agreeing to the 3-strike policy. Recap. Strikes include lack of communication, no feedback, toxicity, ghosting over 48 hours. Because we, again, understand everybody has a life. We give you grace as much as we ask from you.
This partnership will be way lenient with communicating, at least until like after the New Year's. Whenever January 2nd comes around, though, we're looking for you because the holidays are over.
Yeah, this is going to be a really hectic time for me, so I apologize to my partner in advance.
We pretty much just ask for on the day that the names go out, send a response to us so you got the name. Send a quick message to your partner so you're like, hey, I'm here. And then you have grace. Just keep the eye out for polls. But other than that, you're fine. Because it is holidays, it is Christmas, it is New Year's, very understanding.
Absolutely. You're agreeing to sit out for 1 week and providing a probationary reading coming back into the program if you 100% do not complete your read. You acknowledge and agree to be added into a group chat with all participants and crones for communication purposes. You acknowledge and agree to be privately messaged by whom your partner is. Please do not sign up if you cannot complete these obligations. It is no fun being teamed up with someone who doesn't intend to participate. All names are randomized. There may be a point in time when you may get the same partner depending on interest level, but we will try to give you a different partner each week. If you have any trouble during your read that you would like to address privately, please feel free to reach out to me or Sarah. And I'm sorry that I said all of that really weird. Apparently, our document made all of our words combined together, so they're all together.
Oh, nice. We're just having some technical difficulties. So if you want to catch us up on comments, I'm going to work on getting our example reading done. I'm going to do the spread for Shyanne with the actual 6 cards and the actual shape. I'm not going to bother with trying to show you guys the pentacle, but I will use that when I post the comment. I'll use Cheyenne's reading. Whoa.
Okay, Sherry said, nah, Sunday brain. My mom was like, I was trying to figure out where the 6th card was. LOL, LOL. Kimberly said, LOL, that's why I was a bit confused. I was like, I don't think that looks like a pentagram. Gotta make silly mistakes to keep life interesting. Bah ha ha, nice test. You guys are
Everyone was
great.
just running with us for a minute there. We're all like, oh yeah, she knows what she's talking about. Definitely, that's what it is. So,
I promise you, I don't know what happened. I can't wait to rewatch the live because I can't see.
I also, like, it was a hot mess. I was trying to, like, show the cards. I was in the air. Oh, it was a thing. So, card number one for Cheyenne is the world upright, and that is for what do you need to remember / appreciate from earlier this year. So you need to appreciate your achievements. You need to appreciate the happy ending that you were given. You need to appreciate the success, your new levels of consciousness, how you are literally getting to travel the world. So I'm going to take that as your, like, you know, your little trip that you went on. Things that were completed. Appreciate all of the things that have come to and have set and finalized. So then card number two is during Yule, what joys will come to you? And we have death and rebirth, reversed. Sorry, my brain didn't want to work right there. So
Don't worry, it's okay.
what joys will come to, and it's going to be like some of those things that were plaguing you that you were having a hard time, you know, letting go of and stuff like that. You're going to be moving past those. They're finally going to like die out, and you're going to get to like skirt on past that into the new year. So appreciating all of those things that came to this year is going to help you take the let that old life kind of die off and get you reborn into the next year. So card number three, during this Yule, what should you watch out for? And you have strength upright. And so you need to, while you need to have that confidence and have that fierceness and that really like primal thing to just drive forward and be on your own, remember that you don't have to do it all on your own. You have just stepped into this partnership, into this, you know, moment of unity, and really lean on that. Lean on your supports. While you are super strong and you can do everything like by yourself, you don't have to do it all by yourself anymore. So then card number four, with your light side growing, what should you focus on? And you got 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So for your 3 of Pentacles in reverse, you need to, like I said, you know, you need to focus on being able to work with others. You need to, this message is really coming across. You need to be able to listen to others. I just have this saying ringing in my ear, and I'm so sorry if this is going to call you out. But you can't tell other people communication is the key if you're not communicating. You can't tell someone to tell you what's wrong with them, but then when they ask you what's wrong, you say, I'm fine.
Way to call me out on my shit.
So sorry, the message is just ringing. You need to be able to lean on those supports. And with that strength growing, though, you have to be able to know when it's strong enough of a moment to ask for help. Even though I have a sneaky feeling that you don't like asking for help, but the cards are telling you to maybe try to ask for help. Card number 5 is the 6 of Wands in reverse. And what parts of your shadow side should you embrace? You should embrace not seeing eye to eye to people. So while you need to listen and work with others, don't let something stupid happen just for the sake of working with another person. But you also need to be able to acknowledge other people when they are right and you're wrong. It's hard to admit when you're wrong, but you can't always be the winner. You need to be able to admit if you are not doing, you know, the best. And you also need to be able to do good.
Right now.
Sorry. You also need to be able to do good without needing someone else telling you you did a good job. It's always nice to have people, you know, tell you that you did a good job, but you don't need it.
I know where that stems from. That stems from work.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for the personal attacks.
It's okay.
And then the last card is what is to come in 2025. And we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. So what is to come into 2025 is you need to make sure you're not lying to yourself. Like, you need to make sure that you're keeping it honest with yourself. You need to make sure that people aren't doing anything behind your back. Make sure that secrets are being told about you. And while knowing that some people might be there to stab you in the back, know who's not. No, basically, in 2025, you need to separate the people you can trust from the people that you can't. Sniff out the bullshit. So that is your reading, and that's how you would do a reading with that spread. She says, is that why you're hiding from the camera, Cheyenne?
No, my legs fell asleep.
It was just funny because the more and more I called you out, the more and more you sunk down below the camera. You were just like slowly sliding down. And Sherry says, can we do up a bunch of spreads to post for us all to share? Yeah, in the comments of this live, if you have a spread that you really like, drop it in there. Because then if a bunch of people comment spreads that they like in this live, then, you know, people can use it to jump to and look at. But if anybody else has a question, please drop it in before we head out. We'll give it a minute. Cheyenne, if you want to say anything about your reading while we give the folks a minute to see if they need to comment.
I will say you were pretty well spot on with me. No,
Cheyenne,
you really, you really did hit the nail on the head. And like I said, I know where the one part definitely stems from work, and the rest of it is my emotional state. I'm working on it. But you really definitely called me out on my shit. I won't lie.
I wasn't meaning to, you know, come for you like that. It just kind of happened. I will say,
and I want to say this too. And those types of reads, I want you guys to not be afraid to do for other people.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember in the past we had issues where everybody's like, oh, I'm scared to give a negative read. I'm scared to do this. I'm scared to do that. That wasn't necessarily negative. It was, hey, this is what you need to know. Obviously, people are trying to get your attention and you weren't listening. So now I'm going to make sure you listen kind of read.
Yeah. And also, if your card's saying something really mean, like, for instance, it might have not sounded like it, but I was really cushioning what the cards were saying, okay? Because we are live, we are in front of, like, an audience. I'm not gonna, like, completely just, like, you know, rip Cheyenne a new one. So you can
do it after this. It's okay.
You can take what a card says and, like, for instance, if a card says, this is not what any of these say, but, like, let's say the card says, this person's boyfriend is going to leave them, it's going to be horrible, they're a piece of shit. Okay, maybe that's a little brutal to just say to someone, but you could be like, hey, the cards are saying you need to look out for this, and that, and, like, say what the cards are saying without saying it, you know, maybe just how the cards are saying, okay? Like, or you could just be like, sorry, this is going to be brutal, but this is what the cards are saying. Either or, you know what I mean? Read the field, see what the vibe is. Like with Cheyenne, I could straight up be like, the cards are saying you're stupid, and then Cheyenne will be like, probably. Yep. So it just depends on when you're doing the reading. Rip someone a new one. Oh, yeah. I second guess myself all the time with reads, but I'm most definitely getting more confident. Yeah, I will say, just go with your gut. Going with your gut is helpful. And then if you have any questions, you can message me, you can message Cheyenne, you can message the group chat, you can message your partner, you can put it in the comments here. Got plenty of options.
Yep. We're always here to help, and if anybody who has participated in previous partnerships, you have seen how the chat works. You see how helpful everybody is. We're all a family in that group. It's how we work.
All right. Well, I think we got it. Do you need anything else to say, Cheyenne? Or are you good?
I think I am okay. I will let you guys know that in just a moment I will be dropping the information for the sign-up link, and you guys will be able to start signing up here in a few.
All right. Well, it was great having everybody. I was glad to have you, Cheyenne. Always happy to read for you. Always trying to improve my reading on the go
I
skills.
always enjoy your reads, so
Thank you.
I'll take it.
Well, we will see you guys in the new year with our tarot lives, I'm pretty sure. No,
Do
that's
we
a
have,
lie. That's a lie. We have
I was going to say,
a random
don't we
chat
have a
reading.
chat?
Yeah, sorry. Isn't that the 22nd of December?
I think it is the 22nd of
We'll
December.
see you guys the 22nd of December for our random chat reading where you can get a read done by myself or Cheyenne. That was a premature see you in the next year. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.